Hi, I'd like to show you how to raise potatoes like this in grow bags like this. This is a 10-gallon grow bag. This is a 15-gallon grow bag. And you can grow potatoes just about anywhere. And I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it. So stay tuned and I'll show you exactly how I do it. This is soil that I had from last year. I'll give you a closer look at this soil, because when you're planting, you want to use a really loose type soil. I'm hoping that you can see this really loose type soil. That's the kind of soil that you want. I will reuse some of this soil from last year, but I won't use 100% old soil. I always mix some of this older soil with the new stuff, and I'll show you how I do that. Like I said, this is a 15-gallon grow bag. I'm going to set it down. And this is a 10-gallon grow bag, and I'm going to set it down. Literally, I'm telling you that you can grow potatoes just about anywhere. I don't have a whole lot of space. I'll show you right here in the video where I grew these at last year, so you can see. You can see I grew these right below my propane tank on the bank. But we're going to start out with a 10-gallon grow bag. This one does not have a pocket on it. Some of the grow bags have a pocket on it where you can rob potatoes out early, but just want to show you today how I would plant the potatoes and maybe where you could just set them at to grow. I know it's early, and I will refilm when I'm doing my actual planting this year. I'm hoping you can see this okay. I have in here some soil that I pre-mixed, and I'm not going to just show you the types because there's so many different types out there, but I use a mixture of about 3 different items. I use a potting mix, I use an all-purpose topsoil of some kind, and I use composted manure. And a lot of times I mix that together or put the composted manure on top. Just wanted to, whenever I do my original planting, I'll show you what brands I use. But this today is just to show you how I would grow them in grow bags. I start by putting about 4 inches deep of soil in the grow bag. Just like so. It could be 4 or 5 inches, not over half full. This is only a 10-gallon grow bag. So now I'll just grab a potato. I was hoping you could see just how full I have it. I'll try and get a close-up for you. You can see about how full this is. And then I'll show you how I plant and cut and plant the potato. I have here 2 potatoes left from last year, so I can give you an example. These are fairly small potatoes, but basically when you have a seed potato, they're going to have eyes on them. Sometimes you can lay them on the windowsill or in a dark area where they begin to sprout. I think you can maybe see the sprouts on there, but you just want to make sure you have 2 eyes in each section. There's 2 on there, and there's an eye there and an eye there. I don't know, sometimes you only really need 1 eye on each one. You could plant the whole potatoes if you wanted to. You're just going to have to experiment how you want to do it when you do it. I'm hoping you can see this. What I would do is I would take this potato and I would take the cut side down and I would stick it down in the soil, kind of like that. Let me show you a little bit of a pattern. I do it there. For a 10-gallon grow bag, I put 3 in. I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means. I'm just showing you what I do. And then I just push them down in, so they're covered about 2 inches or so deep. And then your potatoes are planted. Now you could put just a little bit more topsoil on top of that if you wanted to. your potatoes are planted. And you know what? Just as an experiment, I just may try to start growing this one. I'll have to set it in at night when it gets below freezing. But the next thing you would do would be water it really good. And the reason you want a soil that is really loose is your potatoes will be able to grow better, but also your water that you put in there is going to drain well, because you don't want a heavy soil that soaks up the water and then rots the potato. You can grow these potatoes almost anywhere, although I would recommend that you at least have a half a day's sunshine on them. Probably the more sunshine, the better. And then also we'll get into the different types of potatoes that you can grow. And I have good luck with a kind called Red Chieftain, and also good luck with Kennebec potatoes. I don't know if you're familiar with any of them. The kind that I just planted right here, these were given to me by my brother-in-law, and these are Reba potatoes. So it might be interesting for me to try and grow a few of them. They don't get as big a lot of times, but anyhow, there's different types. We'll get into that when it gets to be planting season. You know, this is a little bit early, but I have spring fever right now. And then also, I just wanted to tell you some of the pros and cons of growing in grow bags. One of the cons is that you have to constantly keep these watered because they drain so well, and these black felt bags really draw the heat, and they can dry out very quickly. So you really have to be able to keep them watered wherever you set them. If you have to carry the water, you may not want to put them too far away. If you have a hose, you can water them. The other thing is you know, I set these grow bags out now, and they'll sprout. And whenever the potatoes begin to sprout, I'll let them get about 6 inches tall, and I'll keep putting dirt around them. It's almost like hilling them. And then whenever they get completely up here and out of the bag, I completely fill the bag with soil. And I'm going to show you now some of my harvesting out of a 10-gallon grow bag from last year. And then I'll show you a few pictures of my harvest from the year before when I used a 15-gallon grow bag. And you can use them to compare yourself. The only difference, if I had the bigger grow bag, I would probably put 5 potatoes in, 4 around the outside, 1 in the middle. That's what I would do. But anyhow, I hope that this has inspired you. Tell me how you grow your potatoes. I live here in the rural area of Pennsylvania. It's all ridges and hills, and I grow these in my driveway or behind my propane tank, or you can see maybe some of the one of my raised beds behind me here. I can't really grow anything in an actual garden unless I get up on the hill where I do have a garden site if I decide to use it. But anyhow, thanks so much for listening, and I'm going to show you some of that harvest from last year. I'd like to show you harvesting a bag of Red Chieftain potatoes. And I'm going to just go ahead and pull out these old stalks. A little bit of greenness yet, but not much. They're pretty well run their course for the year. I think this is a 10-pound grow bag that I grew these in. I'm just going to go ahead and grow these, and this is the way I harvest them. I just dump the whole grow bag. Okay. These always seem to do good for me in grow bags. Again, they're Red Chieftain. These are what I call a very white flesh potato, and they work great for mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, French fries, roasted potatoes. They make great home fries in the morning. I think that's about it for that bag. One little one here. Just make sure I got them all. Okay. There you go. My harvest from. This was my harvest from a 10-gallon grow bag in 2025. And then to compare, this was my harvest from a 15-gallon grow bag in 2024. And here I am harvesting another bag, a 10-gallon bag from last year, 2025. And these were Kennebec potatoes. They are a white, hearty potato, which we really like. They make great baked potatoes and French fries. But tell me, what kind of potatoes do you grow? And what are your favorite kinds of potatoes? I mentioned some pros and cons, and I'm not sure, I might have fell short. But one thing is that you can grow these anywhere, even on a deck, as long as you get at least a half a day's or more sunlight. The more sunlight, the better. The con is that you have to keep them watered a lot. Another con would be that it can be a little more expensive because you have to buy the loose soil that goes in the bags. If you have your own ground or garden, you can just plant them in. I'm sure it is a lot cheaper. But for us that live here in the mountains and in the ridges and the hills, this is one option that we can get the satisfaction of growing our own food to eat. And it's so good to take it from the garden to the table. I can't begin to tell you how satisfying that is. So here you have another 10-gallon grow bag harvest. And then the next ones you see here will be Kennebec harvested from a 15-gallon bag in 2024.